Next throwdown, two big-name pass catchers may be looking for a new team starting on Monday. So which player could benefit more from a change of scenery? Is it Dez Bryant leaving the Cowboys potentially, or Jimmy Graham bouncing out of Seattle?
I'm going to go with Dez. You know, Jimmy's already had one. Dez is one of my favorite players to watch in the entire league. But I also think sometimes a change of scenery is an emotional thing rather than a football thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's necessarily trending in the right direction for Dez, right? Either for the Cowboys last season or Dez personally. Sometimes you'll see a guy, he changes. I look at a guy like Michael Crabtree, who went to Oakland, blew up, started playing the best ball of his career. I would love to see Dez go to a place that chucks it. The fact of the matter is, guys, the Cowboys, they're about the offensive line and running. I'd love to see him somewhere pulling names out of a hat. A New Orleans or a Green Bay that is about throwing the balls, about getting downfield. I know that Dez, to me, is the face of the Cowboys. It's not Dak, it's Dez. But I would really get a kick out of seeing him getting re-energized in a new city.
Yeah. Highest running percentage in the NFL over the past 2 years.
Yeah, I'd say Dez Bryant as well. When you look at Terrence Williams, what he brings to the table, you look at Cole Beasley, you look at Bryce Butler, who is, one of our favorite players in the league. And then, like you said, that running game, it's based around the running game and then the young talent underneath. They're not necessarily the team that's going to air it out. Yeah, they'll have the occasional shootout with the quarterback that can light up the skies. But when you leave somewhere, you said something that a lot of players don't want to admit. Whether you leave because it's your own decision or you're getting released or traded, oftentimes you feel like a discarded piece of trash. And Dez Bryant, because he's been the face for so long and because he's so emotional, I would love for him to take that energy and then place it on another team in another jersey. I would love to. And to go to a team that's not going to lean on the run as much. And Scott Linehan, as much as I love him as a coordinator, played with him under two regimes, if you're not Randy Moss or Calvin Johnson, which I'm not saying Dez in that type of light, he's going to spread the ball around. His offense is based off of an offense that can go from sideline to sideline, multiple guys, and then hand that ball off using an athletic quarterback. He's not going to do that while feeding Dez Bryant the way he needs to be fed.
I would be careful what you wish for with Dez Bryant. I feel like the Cowboys puts him on a pedestal like no other team, and they treat him great. And Jerry loves Dez Bryant. He took a roll of the dice on him in the draft and is loyal to him. I've seen Alvin Harper go to Tampa. I've seen Miles Austin go to the Browns. I've seen Gavin Escobar float around the league. Everyone says it's time to start anew, and then sometimes with these Cowboys receivers that are on primetime television 11, 12 times a year, they go to these other markets and they kind of just fade away. I would say Dez Bryant's best bet is to stay in Dallas, cultivate and build, because they have all the talent there. I would hate to think they're going to tear down Dez, who's been a pillar of that recent renaissance of the Cowboys.
I'm trying to picture, to your point, like going to a team that needs to throw more, maybe has a quarterback that likes it. So Joe Flacco. Are you going to send him to the Ravens, and that change of scenery is going to be a good thing for him? I don't know.
I don't know either. We've only seen Dez in Dallas. It's the only Dez that we know. Yeah. I'd like to see him somewhere else. Peter, you bring up a good point. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but I also don't think Gavin Escobar is the talent level of Dez Bryant. You understand that. I mean, I want to see if he's still a game breaker, because the fact is he's not for Dallas. So I'd love to see him with Joe Flacco.